Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, reviewing the Ultimatum Season 3, Episode 6. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. I forgot to say it again. Do not spoil. Don't be that person. Please. Thank you. I'm asking nicely, with an intense voice, but still nicely. So we are seeing the aftermath of the guys and girls nights. Mr. Scotty? He's being real feisty.
Hi. Are you okay? What's wrong?
This is a yes or no question. This is not an elaborate on my perspective question. Ever said anything negative or talk shit about JR to you?
Directly? No.
Like, I was just like, bro, who the fuck do you think I am? No, I don't know who you are. He refused to say where he got that information from.
The energy you're giving me is if, like...
I'm not giving you any energy.
Yes, you are. Were you intimidated?
Hell no. You think I'm intimidated by JR?
No, I'm just, like, take a moment. I need you to take some deep breaths.
I'm not taking it out on you.
Listen.
I'm sorry if you feel like my energy was super off and it made you feel off too. Do you accept my apology?
Yes.
Are you sure?
So apparently, I haven't seen this. I saw TikTokers talking about it. Apparently, Scotty has been going online saying that the footage we saw in the previous episode was doctored and the producers are trying to make him seem a lot more aggressive than he is. Now, I don't know what clouds the minds of people on reality TV. That's literally what producers are supposed to do. It shouldn't be a shock that they try to highlight a lot of negative parts. That's where the drama is. And at the end of the day, they try to tell a story. Me personally, could you kind of tell that whole like, oh, did you eat without me was out of context? Yeah, you could. Because he kind of looked like confused, but also like he was about to laugh. So maybe they were joking about that. But the producers are trying to tell a story. And right now, the story is that Scotty is very eggy. We saw that in the first episode. We saw that at the changeover. We're seeing it now in this episode. So whether or not they doctored certain footage, baby, you're giving feisty, you're giving aggy, giving a little bit of, I don't want to say the word because y'all be getting mad when I call men sassy, but I understand why this girl does not want to move to his city and does not want to marry him. This man seems exhausting. And to add insult to injury, Zena is like, yo, what's with this energy that you're giving? What energy? I'm not giving you any energy. Really? Really? At the very least, if I was dealing with him, at least admit that you're very pissed off right now and your emotions are heightened. You didn't realize that you were coming. If he said, I didn't realize I was coming off a little agitated, I'm sorry. I'll pull it back. Cool. But he always likes to make it seem like everybody else is crazy and he's the only one who makes sense and it's his way or the highway. Absolutely not. Get out of here with that. Nick is finally being introspective, and he's realizing that the behavior he's been exhibiting on the show and in his current relationship is a pattern for him because he has seen this all before.
All of my greatest fears are being realized. I don't know if I'm gonna be here at the end single. I just see her like glowing.
She wants you to show up emotionally stable in a way.
Yeah. I stopped being as emotionally in check. My ex before Sandy, it was a similar experience. And then once I realized that there was a potential loss, I freaked out. JR described her holding space because that hasn't happened with us. I don't trust him. I've had all these thoughts of things happening and they're happening. They're definitely being physical. I mean, he's like falling for Sandy.
Of course, Nick is still going to throw some things at Sandy. He thinks that she, did he say attack or am I perceiving it as attack? I don't remember the exact word that he said, but he thinks that she needs to be more gentle with him. I can see that. Sandy looks like she would be busting Nick's balls and not in the pleasure pool. Why did I say that? I don't know. Wait, okay, all right. Sandy looks like a no-nonsense babe when it comes to Nick sometimes. Like, grown man as he is, he's waiting in the wings for somebody 10 years his junior. She runs that household, okay? But he does admit that he sucks at processing his emotions. He tends to check out in the relationship, and he tends to flail when the relationship is being threatened. We have seen all three of those things come true in this process. I wonder how many times Sandy has witnessed this guy go on a tailspin because she, is maybe upset with him or she wants to end the relationship. Like, I just wonder. He has said it's a pattern. I would assume not only in his past relationship, but it has happened multiple times in this relationship right now. And if he's doing this while we're seeing him, what is he doing when nobody's watching? Like, I don't know. He gives me the type where it's like anytime that she's about done, he'll go through his, oh my God, what was me? And then she'll have to stay. Oh gosh. Even Sandy, she's talking to JR and she starts to cry because she's like, I go through a lot with this man. Like, the emotional roller coaster is so overwhelming. Girl, I don't doubt it. Not to say Sandy is like the best partner ever, but Nick is draining. Caleb and Arya get to meet her brother and his wife. And apparently the brother is not, and will never be a fan of Scotty.
How's it been going?
It's been smooth, surprisingly smooth.
Really?
Yeah.
Attracted to his mind the most.
Are you calling him ugly?
No.
I'm joking. It's like I see similarities between Scotty and Dad. When she first met Scotty, I was not a fan.
I think he truly wants to be that person for me. I feel like sometimes he may feel attacked by me. I want him to be able to apologize when things happen off the bat. I think it really does stem from being a daughter of Dad. Can't have a partner I choose treat me like that, because I didn't choose my dad.
With Caleb, Arya can be fun and joke with him.
I like Caleb. Like, I really like him.
We'll see.
We don't get insight on the relationship that they have with their dad, but it sounds contentious. So it's interesting how she found somebody who is so parallel to her dad, knowing how she feels about her dad. And her brother feels the same way about their dad. So much so, this man was crossing his fingers, hoping that Arya replaces Scotty with Caleb. That's very telling. Even if their dad was out of the picture, the fact that your brother is hopeful that you finally leave your man of how many years to get with somebody he's met for 3 hours. Insane. So it sounds to me as if, what's her name now? Arya is the one who feels unappreciated in their relationship. At the very least, they could both feel unappreciated, but I definitely believe it's more so Arya than it is Scotty, just based on how we've seen Scotty. It's also sad to see how hyped she gets for the way that Caleb treats her. Granted, it's great that he treats her the way that she does, but this should be standard. The way that Caleb shows up for Arya should be the bare minimum. This should be the baseline. Also, can you imagine, these two are long distance and they're having so many issues from a distance. Y'all not supposed to be married. How the hell are y'all gonna cope living together? Oh, apparently JR and Sandy have been arguing the past few days, and it's not because of them, it's because of Nick.
You're sick of me?
No, I'm sick of your attitude.
Well, I think, I was upset about guys' night. Block him, he'll talk to your friends. You block your friends, and he'll somehow, I don't know. It's like he knows how to get to you no matter what you do. He keeps finding little doors to creep into to affect what we have. I don't want to hear about him no more. You have been there for me, and I've been saying that every day. At the same time, you have been trying to manage him.
I have to take care of all these people, and I'm not really taking care of myself.
I respect you a lot. I want to always build you up. I'm passionate about what I say sometimes. That's it.
If this is what Nick means by JR purposefully pursuing Sandy to get at him, then fine, I understand. Because he is trying to connect with his girlfriend and JR isn't letting him, I could see why he's like, oh my gosh, why is he doing this to me? Meh. I see it as, you came into this process to give it a proper try. It doesn't sound like JR is trying to ruin Zena's situation. I'm sure they talk here and there, and we're gonna get into that. I'm sure they talk here and there, but he's not actively making it difficult for them to experience this whole experiment. Nick is. And so JR is not a fan of that. I don't think that that's a personal attack. Nick has this contrived vendetta, it seems. It could, I don't know, maybe after the show he'll come and explain. But it seems like he has contrived this vendetta that JR is apparently aware. JR does not know what you're talking about. From the outside looking in, it looks as if Nick has a one-sided beef with a man who couldn't give a shit. Like, JR doesn't care about Nick. And that's why he's annoyed that Nick is so present in their relationship, because he doesn't care. Neither of them seem to be excited to want to switch back to their original partners. I do not blame Sandy at all. Now, JR, I'm looking at you like, you really don't miss Zena at all? Not even a little bit? Okay. But Sandy, girl, I would not want to go back there either. Hell, his trial marriage, that ended. That girl up and left. Even Mariah, who's not with him 24/7, is like, this man is not ready for marriage. Like, Nick, there's something about Nick, and everybody's clocked it. Like, girl, please. By the time the reunion comes, y'all better not be together. There was a clip that happened. I didn't really write down the notes, so if I get this wrong, well, it is what it is. Nick goes and gets a tattoo. I feel like the tattoo was supposed to be some symbol to Sandy that he's really committed in their relationship. So initially it was supposed to say, love conquers all, but it's in a different language. I'm gonna need y'all to stop getting tattoos in languages that you don't understand. What is even the point of that? All those people who were getting their friggin' hell, their tattoos in Mandarin or in Arabic, or leave it alone. Get it in English if it means that much to you. So it was supposed to say love conquers all. Apparently he got tattooed, oh gosh, fortune favors the brave. So he's like, oh yeah, I think maybe this is like a sign. And I'm not supposed to focus on the relationship. I'm supposed to focus on myself. Yes. You were supposed to come here to learn more about yourself anyways. So speaking of men who are exhausting to deal with, Scotty.
I ran into Arya at the gym.
Oh, yeah?
You figured I had something to do with JR, but she told me that she's actually had conversations with JR too. Everyone's talking to everyone when they run into each other.
I don't really know anyone else that wakes up in the middle of the night
And first of all, why are you clocking like what I'm doing, where I'm going?
takes their phone with them to the bathroom, so.
I actually don't take my phone to the bathroom.
Super defensive.
What is the intention behind that
There
comment?
we go. You text a lot.
So that means I am what?
Talk to JR.
You're saying because I'm on my phone, I'm talking to JR?
Gaslighting is not gonna work on me.
It's not gaslighting. If I talk to myself, it'll make more sense than talking to you, clearly.
So Scotty has an issue with Zena apparently talking to JR behind his back. He's making it seem like as if she's not allowed to. They're just odd. She takes her phone to the bathroom at 1 a.m. and this thing is on me at all times. And Miss B, can you see her? What? Now you're gonna monitor what I do on my personal device. I get it. Oh. Now Zena denies taking her phone to the bathroom, so I don't know if I believe you there, sis. But even if she did, and what? Oh, he is something else. It would be sketchy if she wasn't talking to JR. I feel like. Because you come in here, you're saying you're on the cusp of wanting to get married, but for 3 weeks, you can completely ice that same person out. That's weird. That's weird. And JR has been going on a we're a real relationship campaign all over TikTok, okay? He's really trying to prove that they're a serious relationship. I think it would be weirder if she wasn't talking to him. But whatever. He thinks that Zena's out here spreading rumors about how Scotty feels about JR and whatever. Oh no. She's like, you constantly ask about him. So you're out here asking me if I'm talking about, you talk about him more than I do. I fully believe her. Fully believe her. This man, I'm sorry, I have to say it again, sassy man apocalypse. It's guys who act like this. Super aggy, super intense, defensive, my way or the highway, want to act like, oh, I'm the prize, honest, stop. Like, stop. It is enough. Even for Zena, it's enough. She decides she's going to sleep somewhere else because he's doing too much. Yes, girl. Oh, somebody pray for Arya because she's about to spend the next 3 weeks with this man. She's not used to that. She's used to living in her own apartment in a whole different city. We get to see some last minute conversations since there's only 1 day left until the changeover. JR and Sandy, listen, I know we're not fans of them, or at least we're not supposed to be. When they're not talking about sexual things, it's decent. Their relationship is decent. It's not bad. Now, I still feel a way about how Sandy portrayed their relationship to Zena, but when they are together, it actually seems like they've learned a lot. I'll give them that. So we'll see what comes out of that. Then we get to see a conversation between Arya and Caleb. I'm sad to see them go.
I just settled with the idea that I'd probably die alone. I felt that if I couldn't make a good husband, I probably wouldn't make a good father.
You really thought that?
Gotten more comfortable with the idea of having a wife.
Manifest that you will be that. You will be that.
Yeah.
You really, truly give your all. And I think that those are good qualities. You just love really hard. And I don't think that that should ever stop, honestly.
But it's not even close to how you show up for the people around you. There's just so much to you. You can make anyone feel special. To even have that as a wife, I mean, you're gonna make someone really, really happy.
I can't believe it took the end of the trial marriage for the producers to give us a little bit more context on Caleb. We're peeling back the layers on the last day? Crazy. But anyways, Caleb feels like he's not at his peak. He's not the best man that he could be. And I'm thinking, this is you when you feel mediocre? Wow. Imagine him at his peak. Imagine him when he is self-assured. Imagine him when he fully believes in the man that he is. This is you on the lows? Oh, Caleb, you're out of here. If Caleb does not end with Mariah, I know his DMs will be popping. Like, he has been sweet. The only hiccup with him was how he wanted to conceal how deep the connection with Arya is. But even with that, I kind of understand it. I do. Yeah, Caleb, yeah. You might be that guy for real. He says that, wait, what did he learn? He learned something, child. He has learned how to show up more in relationships. And Arya said that she learned that there are good men out there. She learned that from experiencing Caleb. She didn't come in with that perspective. Girl, that should tell you all you need to know. After these 3 weeks with your ex-boyfriend, he better stay your ex-boyfriend. That's all I'm going to say. So we're going to see what happens. As always, guys, please do not spoil in the chat. It's really simple. It's not a hard thing to do. Okay? It's really not that hard. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe as well. And I will see you in the next one.